Since Slender first arrived on the gaming scene, the market has been saturated with copycat titles. From blatant rip-offs to tasteful reimaginings, the aim of these games has always been the same. Outrun a stalker whilst trying to collect something in a dark, alien or otherwise unsettling location. And The Night That Spoke is no different. Except, yeah, it is. Firstly, it has a pseudo Game Boy aesthetic, and surprisingly, it actually creates quite a foreboding atmosphere. Sometimes I don't even know what the heck I'm looking at. Like, what the heck is this thing? What the heck is that? It's just like real darkness. It's dark. This may sound absolutely mind-bogglingly trivial, but you'd be surprised at how many games have unrealistic expectations for darkness. And I get that it doesn't really matter and you kind of need light to be able to play the game, but give the character a lantern or something. Have street lamps. Lull me into this world. So, from the title screen, the game started me off in a graveyard. And whilst exploring the general vicinity, I quickly realised that the only way to progress from here is to go down into this mausoleum, despite everything my body was telling me, as it was pretty dark and I was pretty freaking scared. But just to spite myself, I went down there and then the door closed behind me. Creepy. Then in the corridor, this happened. I still don't exactly know what this means, but sure, creepy. And then I was just walking around in the dark. Creepy. But then I started hearing weird noises. And it took me a while to realise that I was actually being followed by something. But I was, and holy chipotle, was I not ready to see this behind me. A floaty skeleton, which my friend Will would call a skellington. Which, by the way, Will, is wrong. It's skeleton, not skellington, as it comes from the Greek word skeletos, which means dried up. And now that you are educated, I better not hear you call it a skeleton ever again!
Will, what is this? Skellington.
So the skeleton killed me, and again and again. But on the fourth playthrough, I realised I was also being stalked by PT Piranha's goth cousin. I thought I'd done something to release a second monster, which would have been cool by the way, but apparently no. There was always two. So, moving on. The big difference with this game and all other Slender clones that I've played is that there is a way to defend yourself. And as far as I'm aware, that's pretty unique for these stalker type games. Again, this may sound trivial, but this method of defending yourself is the only reason I'm making this video. So what is this method of defending yourself, you ask? It's the simple power to raise your fist and extend that middle finger. It may sound kind of silly, but this is perfect. A Night That Spoke isn't just trying to be funny, quirky, or clever with this. It's not trying to leech off the success of another game by making minor changes to avoid plagiarism. It's a damn teacher, and it has a very powerful lesson to teach. It's telling you that when you're faced with something you don't like, you flip 'em the bird, man. You don't need swords, guns, or baseball bats. You don't need violence. You don't need wars. Everything you ever need to defend yourself is right here at the end of your arms. Well, unless you don't have arms, in which case I'm super sorry. But my point still stands. Don't reply to hate on Twitter, don't worry about meme backlash, and certainly don't delete your memes just because some guy said he wouldn't accept your apology unless you did. Just get your hand, raise that arm, and stick that middle finger in the air. I'm SuperGameEskimo, and I'll see you later. Peace out, happy Halloween, and enjoy this list of stuff that I don't like with a picture of someone else's middle finger pointing at them. Bye.
I'm a skeleton. Woo!